What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Double M Motorsports. It is race weekend. It's currently raining outside. I am about 40 minutes from the track, from where I currently aim at the shop. But I'm not too hopeful that the races are going to happen tonight, but we're going to get ready anyways. Let me show you what all we got going on. All right, here the old girl sits, right where I parked her when I brought her back after the last weekend. Came out here. I usually don't film too many shop videos anymore because a lot of guys don't like them. They don't get too many views, and it takes a lot of work to make these videos. So usually don't do too many shop videos, but I don't think we're racing this weekend, and get some content out to you guys. It's supposed to rain today and tomorrow. If we don't race today, he's going to race tomorrow, but I think it's going to rain both days, and I hope not. Hopefully we can get it in, but it's not looking too promising. So what I've got going on, I've been leaking oil like crazy. You can see on the plug wires and stuff, there's oil all over those. This is after a wash. Oil down there, oil back in there. There's just leaking oil like a sieve. I mean, before it was coming out down here. Fired up the motor the other day, coming to get everything ready, and I've got a waterfall coming from underneath the valve cover there. I mean, it's just pouring out, and that's with new valve cover gaskets. I thought that was the issue. Still not correcting it. So I'm thinking this is bent up on this side. That header's pretty close, and with me getting pretty hot a couple times this year, when we were first getting everything set up, I may have damaged the valve cover, or I over tightened it and damaged it, because it's just got the 4 nuts. I hate the 4 nut design. So I got a new set of valve covers. I'm gonna try those, and I also ordered these little clips that go on and kind of distribute the load. They go on the nut there, and they kind of distribute the load out a little further. Get it more evenly distributed through the valve cover, to see if that helps it. Hate to lose my Marty sticker on here, and my valve covers are actually, I don't know if you can even tell because they're kind of dirty, but it's a custom match paint to my intake there. I was pretty proud of that. But I'd rather not leak oil out on the track. That's what the goal is of today, is to get that figured out. I think she's out of time again. She's running a little rough, or our spark plug's bad. So we've got some investigating to do today. It's due for an oil change, so I've got everything ready to go to change the oil on it. We change the race oil every 4 races. So it's due for its last oil change of the season, because if we get to run for the rest of the season, we've got pretty much 4 races left tonight, and then the Turkey Bowl is a 3-night deal. Practice 1 night, and then 2 nights of racing. So we're going to get started getting to work on this thing. We're going to get it ready to go for tonight in case I do race, or tomorrow if it gets postponed to tomorrow and they get to race tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and get everything done, just in case. But the weather outside, I'll show you. It's pretty gloomy right now. Had some deer out there when I got in this morning. They seem to run when I pull in. They don't like to stand out there in the field and check out what I'm doing. But anywho, let's get to work. Okay, we have already ran into problems. This is not going down on there because I use these valve cover studs. It's got the stud there, and then I've got the nut that goes on to hold the valve cover down. I do want to utilize these clips. I want to try that out. I want to say my original one had these on here, if I remember correctly. Had these longer ones. So I'm gonna run to O'Reilly's real quick. I'm gonna get some different fasteners for my valve covers, either the long threaded bolts that go down in there, or something different than these studs, and so I can put these on there, try that out, and see if it gets the leak stopped. So I'll go grab that. Be back here in a little bit. All right, back from the parts store. Went ahead and grabbed some new Velcro gaskets. Those are the ones that were on it originally on this motor. That's the Velcros BS12869ACs. Got some of those. I got some bolts, some 1-inch bolts. We'll try those. I went ahead and picked up some spark plugs too, just to what the motor's doing. It ain't running rough once it gets running. It's hard to get it going, and it won't stay running without me having the idle turned up on it. So maybe a little out of time. I may have fouled a plug. I don't know. That's all part of the inspection part today. So motor's gonna get a full service. We gotta get her back running good. Even if this weekend gets rained out, we got the Turkey Bowl coming up, so we gotta get her ready. Get her ready to go gobbling. All right, I'm pretty sure the oil leak is fixed. All this that's coming off here now is just residual stuff that had leaked down there, so it's burning that off. So what I was doing there in the time lapse is I'm trying to check the timing. It was showing that it was like 50 degrees advanced, which is way too much. We run these between 32 and 36 degrees advanced. But whenever I try to retard it or slow the motor down, the timing down, it runs so rough that it won't stay running. So I think something's off there. So what I'm going to do next is check all the plugs, make sure I don't have a fouled plug before I go anything too extreme. Because the only other thing it could be is that I installed the distributor wrong and didn't have it clocked right whenever I set the distributor in there, or it's jumped a tooth or something. But that's getting pretty extreme. That's taking the distributor back out, setting the motor to top dead center, getting everything lined back up, and going that route again. So before I go all that crazy, I'm gonna check all the plugs, make sure nothing's fouled, make sure all the plug wires are actually on, and see what we got. All right, here's my plug out of cylinder 1. It'll focus. see how it's still not focusing very good, but see how it's burned there on the top? This is the same thing. Same thing the last one did too when it was running this rough. I don't know why I cannot get this to focus. There we go. Same thing it had done last time when it was running rough like this. So, and these plugs are only 2 races old. These are new plugs, so I need to figure out what's causing that. Could be the timing. I'll save these. You guys comment below if you know what's causing. I mean, it's almost like it's burned. It doesn't have an oil odor or anything to it. It's weird. But all right, well, I'll change the plugs, fire it back up, and see what the timing shows in. All right, here's the other side. 2, 4. Cylinder 6. Man, I'm struggling with this. Struggling with the zoom and focus. Cylinder 6. Cylinder 8. This side looks almost identical to the other side. It gets worse as they go back. I don't know if that's normal or not. But both sides look the exact same. Just kind of a burned tip on them things. And like I said, they don't smell like oil or gas. They aren't wet. I mean, this one's a little wet with some oil up in there, but so, I don't know. Got to figure out what's causing that because I can't be spending $70 on spark plugs every 2 weeks. Cut myself. That's typical. That's typical. But yeah, I'll run those by and have Dave or Mike or Scott, somebody look at them that knows more about what's going on than I do on this stuff. Or you guys comment down below if you know what's causing them to do that. This is a 2-race old plug. These are the NGK UR5s. I think it's the 20, I can't remember what the actual number is on the 2771s. NGK UR5 2771s. Good plug. But I don't know why they're fouling out or if they're necessarily fouling out. We'll try to find it up here and see if it makes any difference on how this thing sounds and runs. What a day. My eyes are burning after that was running. But, man, what a day. I did not bring you guys along on a bunch of this because I was getting so frustrated. Oil leaks gone. It is fixed. Hallelujah. Got the oil changed. All new spark plugs. I did wind up going ahead and taking off all the plug wires, remove the distributor, set the car to top dead center on the compression stroke. You got to make sure. I called David McCormick earlier and was talking to him and kind of going through what I was thinking I needed to do on this and just kind of reassuring myself. And he said to make sure that that's on the compression stroke. And then you take your distributor, you set the pin kind of facing towards the number 1 cylinder. got all that done. Had to replace the ignition coil. It didn't melt it off on me because I couldn't get the car. Yeah, couldn't get the car fired up. I was cranking. I'd give it a break. I'd crank, give it a break. Couldn't get it fired up. And then the other thing I wound up doing was welding. I do have a vacuum advance block on that new distributor. This old one, if I can get this off, let me walk over here, walk and talk. The old one was all welded up. That was how they took care of their blocking off their vacuum advance, was just welding it. I bought a plate with this last one. That plate looks similar to this, and it does the same thing this one's doing. This one's welded right there, so this cannot advance any. My new one, I didn't do this. See, they've got those welds up there. I did not do that, and you could turn the cap and it would still, these would still pop out with the springs a little bit. I don't know what that does. I do not know much about distributors, but you know, Dave said to check all that, make sure that nothing came loose in there. It's not trying to vacuum advance, because I was way out of time. I was like, it was showing 50 degrees advanced whenever it was idling, and 70 degrees advanced when it was under throttle. And this number 1 plug, you know, it's supposed to kind of be facing that way. It was way over here where the number 8 plug is. And to try to get it down, and then the car would not idle, it would not stay running by itself. And so I went ahead and welded those up. I don't know if that was the fix or not. I have no clue. I came back from putting a new ignition module in it, or mixing a coil, and fired off. Got the timing set to 30, I think I got it at 35, 36, somewhere in that area. And now she runs and idles fine. So thank God, hallelujah. I was stressing out about it. The car runs again good. She's fresh, brand new oil, brand new plugs, everything's ready to go. Racing has been canceled for tonight. But maybe they'll get it in tomorrow night. It's supposed to rain tomorrow too, so I doubt we get to race this weekend. But, all right, there she is, all buttoned up. I've got her up on jack stands because I'm fully expecting, with the weather we got this weekend, I'm fully expecting her to be sitting for a month until the Turkey Bowl starts. So relieved, everything's back to running good, no more oil leaks. She's ready to go. She's fresh, with the exception of, you know, nut and bolting and tire prep. She's ready to go for the Turkey Bowl, or whenever we get to race next, possibly tomorrow night. But such a relief. Our wives probably know, but you know, we stress out so much, or at least I do. I stress out so much on this dang car when it's not running right, because there's so much time and money invested in this thing. When it's not working right, you know, you're just stressing out trying to figure out what the heck's going on with it. But so when she's running right and everything's good, you can sleep good at night. At least I can. But so she's ready to go. I've got her rested on her jack stands. Got all the compression off the shocks and stuff. So she's good to sit for however long she needs to sit until the Turkey Bowl. And we're going to shut the lights off and then head to the house. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. It would help us out a ton. And we will see you guys in the next video.